Hi, my name is Dr. Glenn Fink, and I'm the author of the upcoming book, The Gospel, God's Great Undoing, coming out this fall. This is a story that tells you about the cosmic drama of the universe and how God's goodness is on trial, and you are part of that drama. Now, this is a mini-series, a couple mini-series, 2 videos coming up here, concluding the first part of the book, which talks about how God created our universe as a home and to be beautiful and a beautiful place for us to live and to be a place where we can see his handiwork from. Last time, we finished a mini-series talking about how God created the universe just for us and he fit us to fit exactly in the universe, in the earth and the chemistry that he used. All those things are perfectly designed for us. So here's a fun fact question for you. You know, sometimes people say time just crawled or time went by so fast, but does time pass at different rates, at different places, at different times in the universe? So think about that. We'll come back to that at the end. So in the beginning of this unfolding drama, there were only the 3 persons of God. Then in a stunning act of creation, God made the angels and man. Originally there were no fallen angels and there were no demons, just angels and man and God. The orderly, rational creation story that we see in the Bible explains exactly what God intended to do and what he is doing in the gospel. I just finished my overview of the part of the book that talks about the science behind creation, so please review those videos if you're interested. But I want to tell you a story this time. It's one that you've no doubt heard before, but probably never quite in this way. This is my interpretation of the creation story, and it talks about the purpose of the universe, which is what the entire book discovers in more detail. The whole creation, specifically mankind, is a demonstration that God is just as good as he says he is. And here's how it happened. You might recall the verse, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, Genesis 1:1. Before there was anything, there was God. And God was perfect and happy, living in harmony with himself as a society of 3 loving persons. Then, for his own reasons that we may never understand, God decided to create a physical universe and inhabit it with tiny creatures. When God first made the heavens, all the stars and planets and everything else were very close together, compacted into a universe-sized gravity well. And according to Einstein's general theory of relativity, time stood still there. Perhaps it passed very, very slowly. But when God began to spread out the heavens, the outermost stars and galaxies on the rim of the universe emerged from the gravity well first. And there, time began to advance. And as it got further from the gravity well, it advanced more. But near the center, on what would eventually become Earth, time was crawling, the slowest of all. This is one reason why 2 Peter 3:8 says that a day with the Lord is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like a day. Time is not is relative to God. He can see it pass in all rates the same. So as God stretched out the heavens, these emerging stars and galaxies left behind a trail of red-shifted light so that we can see them even on the 4th day, and even though they are billions of light years away. At this point in my story, though, I want to make a slight departure from the creation science and from the creation narrative and talk about angelic beings. Now, as C.S. Lewis likes to say, I tend to believe that although the stars are made of hot gas and plasma, that's not what they actually are. That's what they're made of. Just like I am not actually this stuff that I wear. That's what I'm made of. So I personally believe that the stars could very well be the physical manifestations, the hearts or the power plants of angels. Now, that may sound outrageous, but consider Job 38:7, where God says that during creation, the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. How would great fiery balls of gas sing? And also consider Ezekiel's account of the cherubim of God who were accompanied by wheels that moved with them in Ezekiel 1:16. The spirit of the cherubim was in the wheels, and the wheels were full of fire. So this is a very strange vision and not something to base our entire lives upon, but I wonder if something that looks like fire might not be the lifeblood of angels. And what if the fire is contained in these separate round objects that look like wheels intersecting wheels, that is, spheres? In Hebrews, God says his servants, the angels, are fire. Nothing's more fiery than the stars. So it's just a conjecture, but work with me on this. I believe that God created the angels first. Their physical bodies are living stars. And from the perspective of these star beings, eons passed while they watched God slowly and meticulously form the earth over just 6 literal earth days. Meanwhile, on the rim, an expanding universe, nearly 14 billion years may have passed while they watched God do his work. By the time the evening of the 4th day happened on Earth, the universe had expanded to the point where the individual stars could be seen from Earth. And they must have been huge. It's no wonder it says that all the morning stars sang together. You could probably see many of the stars during the day. In Genesis 1:26-31, God takes the largest part of his creation narrative to talk about his very favorite thing, us, people. He had already created the angels and flung them far from the earth to care for every corner of his universe. But by the time the man of clay opened up his eyes to behold his creator for the first time, the angels may have already been billions of years old. We were microscopic clay things, just bacteria who lived on a little dot circling a tiny yellow sun on the edge of a rather ordinary galaxy. But then God made us in his image. He gave us an unconditional kingdom of our own, and then he spent every day visiting us in person. Apparently, this development did not go over well with all of the angels. And next time, we'll talk about what some of them did about it. So here's your fun fact answer. Does time pass at different rates in different parts of the universe? Well, time does not go by at the same speed everywhere. We've proven this on Earth, in the air, and in space. Even super accurate cesium clocks run at different rates depending on their relative altitude. Einstein predicted this in his general theory of relativity, and movies like Interstellar play on the concept a little bit. So it makes sense that we're looking at a very aged universe from a very young Earth. Thanks for watching. Look for my book coming out this fall. Next time we'll talk about angelic rebellion. Do you have any questions about creation? Do you agree with the perspectives that I've shared? Write in the comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. And please like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. Help me get the word out to people who need to know the truth. Thanks very much, and God bless you.